Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. Your expectations versus reality and your ability to accept that result. Now, bear with me here because this is interesting. It has multiple sides. We'll go through it quickly. Well, tell me then what you think about it. So let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
A couple of quick housekeeping things. Number one, thank you for being here. We really mean it. We just passed the 3,000 member mark, and we're very happy about it. Number two, please, if you find this information interesting, funny, or whatever, please do consider subscribing and hit that thumbs up. It really helps us a lot. And finally, we'd like to say comment. We do this because we want to engage you. We want you to comment. We want your opinions. We're not worried about your opinion being different than ours. Okay? Everybody has something that they can teach somebody else, and that might be you today. Now, many men are here, are coming here, or have been here. What were their expectations? What was their reality? And then did they accept it? Now, let me give you some examples, and then you guys can tell me. All right? We've talked about the Filipino way. We've talked about Filipino time. We've talked about how difficult, not even difficult's a bad word. We've talked just simply about it's a little bit of a convoluted experience doing certain things. Did you expect that? Was it shocking to you? I don't know. Okay. Did you accept it or did you find it? We find that what happens in many instances is when expectations don't meet reality, Westerners are more apt to not accept it. They won't mold themselves to it. You know something? The Philippines is not going to change for you. It doesn't matter how rich, broke, smart, not smart. I didn't want to use the word stupid. All right? You are. It doesn't matter how active or lazy you are, although that can impact it. All right? What matters is you're not special. There are thousands and thousands of men that fall into some categories that are very similar. Okay? All of us are individual, of course, but still. What happens that I think we need to face is that what bloggers try to do, I guess I should say I hope. There are many good bloggers, and then there are a few that I don't think really give it their all to inject it, but we try to give you an idea of what it's like out there, what it is that you're going to experience, or what you should be prepared to experience. Now, you have to set aside the travel bloggers, okay? They're a breed all into themselves, all right? But the retiree bloggers, the living here bloggers, the people who day to day make a living here. And I don't mean by working, I mean by just get up in the morning, have a day, and go to bed at night. All right? What were your expectations, or what are your expectations when you come to the Philippines? You know, do you expect, and how do you expect to live? And what was your reality? There are different types of people that have retired here. You have white collar workers that have retired here. You have entrepreneurs. You have blue collar workers. You have no collar workers. These are all people that have retired, and all of them worked hard. Okay, for the most part, I would think. Okay, but are their expectations different than your expectations? Or is their reality different than the reality you're going to face? Well, you're never going to know unless you come and you do your own scouting trip. I mean, that's one of the things that we tell people is absolutely necessary before even forming a plan. It's part of the plan. All right. Now, when we look at these things, we start to ask people, what were your expectations? And it really does vary. And it's not what a lot of people think. For instance, we know people that have retired here that are on a strict budget. Now, it's not a small budget, but it's a strict budget. All right. It's not as much as many, but it's more than enough. What were their expectations, and are they happy? And we find for the most part, yes, very much so. We know people who have retired here that are of high financial worth. They are considered by all way, shape, and means rich, I guess the best word for it, or financially rich. Sometimes you can be rich with money and not rich with life. And they're happy here, but some of them are not. Okay, so it falls in many different categories. My question is, did you come here? Are you planning to come here? Have you done your scouting mission? And in turn, have you seen what you're getting into? And if you've seen it, does it match your expectations? And if it didn't match your expectations, can you accept changing a little bit? Because the Philippines is just not going to change for you. I can't say this, in a more clear manner. They're just not. You can do all kinds of things. I mean, we know people who absolutely don't do anything to deal with lines and waiting. They just hire somebody, take care of this, take care of this, take care of this. And we know people that are more than happy to just wait their turn. They're very accepting of it. It's the way that life is. And then the difference between life in the city, life in the not so big city, or life in the towns, and then life in the province. Okay? And I categorize those a little bit differently. Life in the city is life in the city. Okay? It's in BGC. It's in Quezon City. It's in Makati. It's in the heart of Manila. Life in the towns, these are life where there is no big box mall, I guess, maybe. All right. And then life in the province, I know this is stupid, but I consider anywhere more than a 45 minute to 1 hour trip to a Jollibee to be the province. Okay. Now, there are smaller towns. I categorize Arlenstown as a town. It's not a, technically it's in the province, but technically everything's in the province. When you come right down to it, every city is in the province of somewhere. All right. Now, expectations, are they the same or are they different? How do they change? When do they change? These are the things that I'd be asking. So, in closing, I'd like to say this. In the comments below, all right, tell us, can you adapt? Can you adapt to what it is that isn't what you want? Can you, you'll have expectations. All of us have expectations. The Philippines is not going to meet every one of your expectations. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you live. It's just not going to meet every one of those expectations. But can you adapt? Can you accept it? Can you change? This is the real question. Comment below. Tell us. Otherwise, thank you. Have a great day.